All right, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's Super here, and welcome to another Mortal Kombat video. Now, I actually did not expect to make this video because I don't really use Threads. I didn't even know this was a thing going on Threads, but I saw it from a Dynasty video. And of course, I had to cover it now, right? Because it's Ed Boon pretty much making an NCAA men's basketball style Final Four tournament for guest DLC characters, and pretty much talking about wanting people to vote on who the most fun guest DLC character is. I'm gonna save you the trouble, Mr. Boon, and tell you right now that Predator is the greatest guest DLC character of all time. And I'm not only talking about Mortal Kombat, I'm talking about in the history of fighting games, Predator is the greatest guest DLC character of all time. There you go. I just saved a bunch of voting. But let's check this out. By the way, leave a like on the video. It's always appreciated. Also, leave a comment down below. Let me know which is your favorite guest DLC character. All right, so this is it right here. This is 5 days ago. I'm like, what the hell? No one told me about this on Twitter. I guess not too many people use Threads, but this was the first. Post. It said, round one poll: who is the best Mortal Kombat guest DLC fighter ever? I just mentioned it, Lord Boon, Predator. Cast your vote for who you feel ended up being the better DLC fighter in these 8 1v1 matchups. Don't vote from the hype you had when you first heard they would be added to the MK roster. Instead, vote for how much fun you had fighting as each guest character. And then, so the first one is Spawn and Homelander. And I'm not signed into my Threads account. I do have a Threads account, but I'm just going to vote by mouth. So out of Spawn and Homelander, I actually did have more fun playing Spawn because of the Soul Forfeit move. The Soul Forfeit move allowing Spawn to do crushing blows with no requirements other than, obviously the only negative is you lose 1 bar of meter for the entirety of your the match after you do the Soul Forfeit. But to me, it's worth it if you actually hit people with the 5 crushing blow combo that Soul Forfeit allows you. So yeah, I had more fun playing Spawn than Homelander. So I would vote for Spawn. And then starting with Mortal Kombat 9, MK11, we NRS started adding characters outside of the MK universe as guest DLC fighters. Since then, we've been incredibly privileged to add 17 plus classic pop culture guest fighters to the MK roster, starting with MK9 through MK1. So the next matchup, we have Ghostface versus RoboCop. This is so easy. RoboCop, as much as I like the original RoboCop movie, I thought RoboCop 2 was a little bit too goofy. And, it was fun to watch it once, but the original RoboCop is a great, great, great movie. So it was cool seeing RoboCop play, being featured in a Mortal Kombat game and seeing all the references. But Ghostface, oh my god. Ghostface is the most fun character in one of the most fun Mortal Kombat games to play. MK1, I love the gameplay, and Ghostface is the most fun character in that game. Easy, Ghostface. We want to hear from you, so let's have some fun and determine who was your favorite guest fighter ever to appear in a Mortal Kombat game. These are always fun to make, so I appreciate Ed Boon, getting a little bit involved with the community recently and asking for feedback and, pretty much creating a discussion. So these are always fun to do. Now, this is a tough one for me. Jason Voorhees versus Leatherface. Because at first I thought Leatherface was kind of going to be boring. And I was like, man, what could they actually do with this dude that, runs around with a chainsaw and is all like awkward compared to a killing machine like Jason Voorhees, right? But they ended up coming with some really creative stuff with Leatherface, and they also came up with a lot of creative stuff with Jason. So this is really hard for me. I know that the majority are going to vote for Jason, but I actually love the Texas Chainsaw Massacre franchise, so I have that soft spot for Leatherface. But if we're talking about just pure fun, I'm gonna have to go with Jason because I love hugging people, and no one does it better in MKX than Jason. So, yeah, Jason with the relentless and unstoppable, pretty much command grab central and huge damage, fun comeback mechanic with the revive, and then you have the slasher, which is just classic and does a bunch of damage. If I had to choose between these two characters to play right now, I would choose Jason over Leatherface. So that lets me know that I have more fun with Jason. So by a little bit, I'm picking Jason. But as you guys see, the fan voting, Jason 85%, Ghostface 66%, Spawn 79%. Overwhelming victories for these characters. All right, beginning with round 1. Cast your vote for who you feel ended up being the better DLC fighter in these 1v1 matchups. Don't vote for the hype. Oh, I think, is that like the same, isn't that the same thing he said over here? I think it's the same thing. I don't know if it just repeats or what. So, next matchup here. Wow, it's literally 50-50. Look at this shit. 50% for the T1000, 50% for Terminator T800 from MK11. Robert Patrick versus Arnold Schwarzenegger. I gotta say, I think the T1000 is more fun. And I think the reason is because he's in a game with more fun gameplay mechanics. I think if T800 was in Mortal Kombat 1, he would have way more combo potential and tools than he did in MK11. And keep in mind, T800 actually is one of the most fun characters in that game. He has so many combo routes and variety compared to most of the roster, especially with his meter burn teleport. There's some really sick combos. He has the backbreaker crushing blow. That is another combo extender. Terminator in MK11 is really fun. But the T1000, they just killed it. Like T1000 is one of the best guest characters that NetherRealm has ever done. Like, the studio did such an amazing job of giving the T1000 so much combo potential and variety, and also the animations look beautiful from the transition of his like human form to the liquid metal form. It's just so good. T1000 for me, easy actually. I don't even know why the voting is so close. Is it because it's Arnold? It wasn't even Arnold voicing him. T1000 for me, easy. Wait a minute. Does this say 50-50 for Predator? What? I feel insulted by the community on Threads. How dare you guys? Predator is the greatest guest DLC of all time. The best ever in any fighting game. How dare the Threads community compare him to Kratos and MK9, who was a console exclusive? People from Xbox couldn't even play him. He was banned because he was a console exclusive. And yes, don't get me wrong, I have seen gameplay of Kratos. I never actually played him, but I have seen gameplay of Kratos, and he does look like he's a ton of fun. But not compared to Predator. Can't believe this shit. All right, moving on. Alien versus Peacemaker. Who would I pick? I actually think I would pick Peacemaker more fun than Alien. Yeah. I would put Peacemaker ahead of Alien as far as a fun factor. Yeah. Alien for me is a lot of fun in MKX, especially Conjure Alien. But Peacemaker and the combo potential with some of the cameos and some of the creative things you could do, and also John Cena playing him, the references and how funny he is, I'll put Peacemaker over Alien. Omni-Man versus Conan. Oh man, this is an easy one for me, but it seems like the vote was overwhelming towards Omni-Man. And I understand why. Omni-Man is a fan favorite. He is fun to play, but he's not as fun as Conan. Hell no. So Conan for me would have been a vote easy. And then Rambo versus Freddy. Freddy has like everything you want in a character. Zoning, a teleport, like crazy teleport too. And he has damage and he has combos. Definitely would pick Freddy over Rambo. But so that's a poll. And I'll keep an eye out on threads, every day to see when Ed Boon refreshes this. But come on, how can you tell me that this right here? So this is the combo that I created. This is the Predator combo I created. And I actually hit it online once only. This is the only time I've ever hit it. Tell me that this isn't sick. I came up with this combo. Oh! Wait a minute. Throw him. Ah! Oh, come on. Predator, the greatest guest DLC character in any fighting game ever. Not just in Mortal Kombat. Ever. That is it. Thank you guys for watching today's video, and I will see you guys next time.
What's going on? It's Super here, and thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, and you aren't subscribed already, make sure you guys do so. And if you want to see some more, there's videos popping up on the screen right now. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.